Good morning, everybody. I am back on the PCT after 00 in Bishop, California. Took a 00 because I just never felt like I caught up on my rest after that really hot stay up there at Grumpy Bears. So feeling recharged and refreshed and ready to go. Had the chance to catch up with my family while I was there in Bishop. Great food, great people. I got a chance to resupply as well. There's some really awesome outfitters there. So I got 6 days worth of food. My pack is crazy heavy. That's going to carry me up to Mammoth Lakes. But I'm also going to stop into a place called Vermilion Valley Resort. Mammoth is, I think, at 112 miles from here. And Vermilion Valley Resort is 86 or 87. I'll stop in there, get some food. Heard it's a really cool place. And if I need a supplemental resupply to buy a few things that carry me all the way up to Mammoth Lakes, I'll go ahead and do that. So today, getting ready to head up to Glen Pass. It's about a 1,300-foot climb over the next 2 miles. And then I'll make my way toward Pinchot. I'll probably stop short and get over that pass tomorrow morning. But didn't quite make it to the PCT from the trailhead last night. Like I said in the last video, I think it's about 7.5 miles. But check out this awesome campsite that I stopped at. So sometimes, even if you haven't made the miles you intended to, there's a spot that you just can't pass up. Sun just set over there. A bullfrog lake down there with some really cool reflections of those mountains behind it. The sun will rise right over there. And right here is where I'm going to be cowboy camping tonight. Clear skies. Hopefully they'll have a whole lot of stars out. Sunrise in the morning. And only 9/10 of a mile away from being back on the PCT. Perfect. Like I said in there, that's one of those things that I just couldn't pass up, and I'm glad I stayed there. Woke up a couple times, and the stars were absolutely amazing up there. And then I had a real cool sunrise this morning with my coffee, so really glad I did that. But with that, I'm going to stop talking, and I'm going to get moving because I got some pretty serious climbing to do over the next couple miles. So talk to y'all in a little bit. So nice of them to put in stairs for us. About 8/10 of a mile more and 700 feet of climbing through all of this. And then you can see that gray area up there, and up that little notch in the center of the shot right now is the pass around the corner there where the sun's peeking out. So this ought to be fun. Let's do this. And Glen Pass complete. 11,950 feet. So I am 2 miles into an 8-mile descent that drops 4,000 feet before climbing up again 4,000 feet over another 8 miles to Pinchot. But just walked up on Ray Lakes. Check that out. Absolutely beautiful green and deep blue. That was pretty cool to come over that ridge and see this. But day's going great. Temperatures aren't too crazy. And despite, a lot of climbing down and climbing up today, it's turned out to be a great day. 2.5 more miles until I get over Pinchot Pass. Gonna be 2 big ones for today. This one is 12,122 feet. And yeah, that'll conclude 4,000 feet of climbing just for this one. Very interested to see what the total is for the day, but got a long time before I can worry about that. All right, let me get over this thing so I get into camp, eat, and rack out. Whew, and almost to the top. Whew, long day, but it is almost over. About 21 miles in for today so far, maybe 22. 2 big passes, Glen and then Pinchot. Yeah, 4,000 feet of drop after Glen. Well, about 1,300 to get up it. 4,000 drop and 4,000 back up. 16 miles in between Glen and Pinchot. So 8 miles of drop, 8 miles of climbing. And I really enjoyed the morning, but I got to be honest, I did not enjoy the afternoon at all. As soon as got across that bridge and hit the 800 mile mark, wow, just didn't enjoy the trail. Those big, huge rock steps that are really high and far apart, all you can do is embrace the suck and just ride it out. So it's pretty much how it went all the way up. Not a lot of views. Looked like there was a burn area and flood or some kind of landslide or something went through there a while ago. So all the trees are down and busted. Just not really a nice view, which usually helps for me anyway. And then got to the top of Pinchot. Was pretty happy, but I was so ready to be done that I didn't even record. But it is right back there. But about 3 or 4 miles to get to a camp. But if I see something between here and there that I like, I'm gonna grab it. Really excited to get some food, get some rest, and get back after it tomorrow. A little tongue-tied today, a little wore out. But with that, I will say goodnight, because as soon as I get to camp, it's gonna be about business. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Good morning, everybody. It's 8 o'clock and I'm just stepping out. Stayed at Lake Marjory campsite last night. Beautiful little place right here on the lake. Saw a great sunset and a great sunrise this morning. And heading out to Summit Mather Pass right now. So got about 8 miles until I reach that. It's at 12,094 feet. I got about 1,000 feet of drop and 2,000 feet of climbing to get there. So not as much as the passes yesterday. Only doing 1 pass today. Then I will, once I come down, start the approach to Muir Pass. Hopefully get close to the summit. Make that tomorrow morning and then move on out. So that's what the day holds. Not sure how many miles I'm gonna do, but feeling much better than I was yesterday, especially in the afternoon. Just wasn't feeling it yesterday, but after a good meal, some good rest, actually slept in for an additional hour today. Feeling great and looking forward to today. So I'm gonna go get after it. Lots of rock hopping in this section with all of these streams. 1.2 more miles and 750 feet of climbing to go, all the way up Mather. This one is said to be the most fear-inducing pass because of some sheer walls and drop-offs. Well, I can't wait to see for myself. Let's do this. Almost to the top. I didn't find this fear-inducing at all. But these switchbacks, man, gotta be like 20 of them. Mather Pass complete. 12,092 feet of elevation. Back there's where I came from, and that's where I'm headed. Just starting my descent down from Mather Pass. Stayed up here and had a quick lunch and relaxed. Now I have almost 11 miles of descent, about 4,200 feet of elevation drop. So I'm going to take it nice and easy. 21.7 miles from here, from this pass to the next pass, which is Mirror. Not going to do 2 passes in one day, like I said earlier. I already did a little bit over 8 to get here. So the idea is to get on down to the bottom there, see how I feel. That'll be about the 18 or 19 mile point, and then find a camp, start to climb up to the next pass. Find a camp somewhere between the bottom and the pass, and camp there, so I'm not doing all of the climb for tomorrow's pass once I wake up. So I'm going to turn this off so I can watch where I'm going, and I'll talk to you all in a little bit. I see you, Marmot. Man, what an incredible day this has been. I mean, look at this. Great views all day. Came from the pass right up in there, went all through this, came up on this trail. We got marmots, we got waterfalls, you got flowers everywhere, mountains, and I'm getting ready to go through right there into the next valley. And man, I can't wait to see what's on the other side. More switchbacks in that next valley, but looks like we got some trees and some more great views ahead. So this amazing day is about to come to a close. Just a little bit over a mile outside of Grouse Meadow, where I'll camp for tonight, get some dinner, get some rest, hopefully get up early if I don't sleep in again, and start to climb up to Mirror Pass tomorrow. Today, wow, absolutely incredible. Hopefully you were able to get a little bit of that out of the videos that I shared with you. But wow, this has been one of the best days I've had on the trail, and I'm looking forward to closing that out with a good meal and some rest. So I will talk to you all a little bit later. Good morning, everybody. So I didn't get up as early as I wanted to, slept in again, but all good. I got no place to be at any particular time, but had a great camp last night, and let me show you the views that I woke up to today. pretty awesome, and this was right out the front. Yeah, great little camp, and looking forward to another great day. But I'm gonna get ready, I'm gonna tear down, and I will catch you all on the trail. Just leaving that great camp that I had last night. Awesome views. It was cool to have it to myself. As you see, I had some visitors this morning. They were hanging around a little bit last night too. But so today, heading up to Muir Pass, which is at 11,969 feet. I got 10 miles and 3,800 feet of elevation gain. So not as crazy as far as climbing as some of the other passes, but still, that's a lot of elevation to cover over that 10 miles. There's a cabin up there too that I plan on having lunch at, and then we'll see where the day goes. I got a pretty big river crossing coming up. Once I descend from Muir Pass, might try to bang that thing out tonight. That's about, I think, 22 miles from here. Just to get that over with so I don't have to deal with it in the morning. But if not, all good either way. The water's reported to be about knee high, which isn't too crazy, but we'll see when we get there. And with that, I'm gonna get to hiking, and I'll talk to you all later. Only 3/10 of a mile to go to get to the top of Muir Pass. Whew. Finally here at the summit of Muir Pass. Inside the Muir shelter. Pretty cool little place. About a mile into the descent off of Muir Pass. Really neat little shelter and everything up there. I stopped, had lunch. There's about 10 other hikers up there. Really cool catching up with folks that I'd seen along the trail, and I met a couple new ones. And then, you know, one of those, again, random acts of kindness. There's a guy from Switzerland up there, and he brought some chocolate and gave everybody up there a piece. And that's probably the best chocolate I've ever had in my whole entire life. But just a cool gesture, and really nice guy to talk to. I've been hiking kind of around him today. But that, from what I understand, is the last of the big major passes on the trail. The rest of them are, I guess, a couple thousand feet less in elevation. So I'll take a look at that a little bit later, but maybe that tells me I should pay a little bit more attention to what's in front of me rather than just hopping on in the morning and figuring out everything day by day and just taking it as it comes. But that's kind of what I've been hoping to gain out of this trip, is get out of my planning mode that I've been in for so many years and just kind of roll with it. And it's been working out great so far, but One other little detail that I didn't know about, but all good. Well, I'm gonna get back to hiking and talk to y'all in a little bit. So I'm about 4 miles out of camp. Should be able to knock that out relatively quick, but as you can see, I'm out of the rock fields and all the snow and all that after coming down from Muir. Been by some beautiful lakes and yeah, pretty cruisy trail. Unlikely I'll record anything once I get into camp. This is my third real long day of 20 plus miles up here in the mountains in this terrain. And so as soon as I get there, it's gonna be about eating, getting some rest, and getting up so I can get after it and hopefully show you some more beautiful views tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. It's 5:30 and just leaving camp. Heading to Vermilion Valley Resort today. It's 14 and a half miles. Hadn't planned on staying there, but this is a 6-day stretch and I've been doing 20 plus mile days. So looking forward to a shorter day today, a little bit of chill time. Also get a good meal or two, charge up my stuff because my batteries are getting pretty low. And then tomorrow morning, press on. I got a day and a half left till I get to Mammoth Lakes. Didn't record yesterday, but had a great day. 2 water crossings. So I had to cross Evolution Creek and Bear Creek, which in typical years can be a little sketchy. But with the snowfall and the snow melt this year, they were both only about shin deep. So got over those pretty easy. Also went over Selden Pass, which is 10,900 and something. And only a few more passes to go here in the Sierras. And also caught my first 2 trout yesterday. So I stopped by a little stream coming out of Heart Lake and only spent about 10 minutes out there before the mosquitoes drained about a pint of blood out of me. And but it was cool. Yeah, speaking of mosquitoes, those suckers are out in force right now. It's bad. I got picaridin slathered all over me right now, so they're not bothering me too much. But mosquito season is definitely here. So with that, I'm gonna quit babbling. I'm gonna get hiking, and I will talk to you all in a little bit. So I made it to Vermilion Valley Resort. I'm really glad I made this decision. It's about 40 hikers here right now that have come off the PCT or the JMT to stay here. So I'm in a place called Mushroom City where there's a whole bunch of tents set up. I had a chance to do my laundry, which I needed really bad. Took a shower, had a great lunch, big salad and burger. First beers on the house here, so that was pretty nice too. And now I'm gonna go through my stuff, my food, and see what I need for the next day and a half. Really shouldn't be that much, but really glad I made the decision to come in here after those long days. It's gonna be nice to just relax. I only did 14 miles today, and so yeah, my body needed this, and a day and a half to get to Mammoth Lakes. And yeah, so with that, I'm gonna close this out and I will talk to you all later. Morning, everybody. It's a little bit before 6 and I just left Vermilion Valley Resort. So glad that I stopped there. I feel refreshed and recharged. Got some good rest and I can really tell after having that shorter day yesterday how my body's recovered. But this morning I have 6.7 miles or so until I get back on the PCT, and from there I will have 28 miles until I get into the town of Mammoth Lakes. So I'm going to split that up into 2 days, do the majority of it today, and then finish out hopefully early tomorrow so I can get in town and start doing my resupply and the other things I need to do before checking in. And then I'm gonna get out of there because I'm not gonna do a 0, because I'm really excited to finish the rest of the Sierras. Not that I'm in a hurry, but these views and everything have been amazing. And I'm excited to show you this last stretch of the Sierra section. So with that, I'm gonna get to hiking, and I'll talk to you all in a little bit. Man, I'll tell you, walking through these burn areas is quite an experience. It's amazing to me how powerful and how damaging these fires can be. This one had to be fairly recent. I'm not sure exactly when. It looks really fresh, probably last year. You can still smell it. But it's still cool to see, life coming back, flowers popping up, and things returning. But wow, absolutely devastating. And with that, I want to do a little reflection time. There's an event that happened to me over a month ago, probably 6 weeks now, in Big Bear Lake that keeps coming back to me, and I think about it a lot. So I came into town and went to my hotel, and they allowed me to check in early. And it was really, really dirty. It was dirty and hot and dusty out there, so absolutely looked horrible, I'm sure. But checked in the hotel, dropped off my pack, took off my gaiters, grabbed my wallet and my phone, and wanted a Diet Dr. Pepper. So went short walk over to 7-Eleven, and wasn't thinking, didn't have my hat on. Wasn't thinking about my appearance, right? And standing in front of the 7-Eleven, getting ready to go inside, and this lady pulls up in a Lexus, and she gets out, she looks at me, and she's like, "Can I help you?" And didn't understand where she was getting at. And I said, "No, I'm fine. Just getting ready to go inside." And she's like, "Well, is there someone I can call to get you some help?" Still, I really wasn't putting it together. I was like, "Hey, no thanks. I appreciate it though." And she's like, "Well, is there a place that I can call that can get you the help that you need?" Finally, I put it together, and she thought I was homeless. And nice enough lady. I'm sure she had the best of intentions, but I explained to her that I'm a hiker, and I'm hiking the Pacific Crest Trail, and she had never heard of it. So I'm not really quite sure if she believed what I was telling her. And right as I was getting ready to open the door for her and walk in the store, she's like, "Are you absolutely sure that there is nothing I can do or no place I can get a hold of to get you some help?" And I was like, "No, ma'am, but I really appreciate it." And thinking about it, I have never, that I know of, been viewed through that lens. And I don't take offense to it. Again, she was probably, well, I'm sure she was, trying to be helpful, but had never been looked at, as far as I know, that way. And it really made me think that, have I ever looked at someone and really mischaracterized who they are, what they're about? I'm sure I have. Certainly not intentionally, and certainly not with the intent to harm anyone. But that really, caused me to pause and think about a lot of things. It reminded me how fortunate I am to have a family and friends who love and care about me. It reminded me how fortunate I am to have had an amazing career working with some of the best people that our society has to offer. And it reminded me how fortunate I am to be able to live out this childhood dream of hiking the Pacific Crest Trail. But that lady had no way of knowing any of those things. And she thought she was looking at a man who was down on his luck and having a hard time with life. But because of all of those things I just mentioned, the man that she was really looking at that very moment was the richest man in the world. And I'll tell you what, I'm better for having that experience. I know she was trying to be helpful. I know she had no bad intentions. And I will carry that experience with me for the rest of my life. And I'm very appreciative of it. And now it's time to keep climbing this hill. Whew. I just climbed about 300 switchbacks that come up from that stream, but man, check this out. Good afternoon, everybody. So I'm about 16 miles in for the day, and it's been quite an adventure. 2 almost 11,000 foot climbs, 3 rain showers, 2 hail showers, and the most recent one had pretty good thunder and lightning along with it. So I had to hunker down for about a half an hour. So I haven't recorded much today because it's just been raining and kind of on and off. But it's a nice breeze. It's cool out. Of course, overcast, so it's good hiking. And it's not really enough to make the trail all muddy. But certainly has been an interesting day. As you can see, I got my pack cover on. But yeah, just cruising. Probably gonna do another 5 miles. And I found out from another hiker that passed by that there's no shuttle that goes to Red's Meadow where I was gonna go tomorrow, which is at mile 906. But there's a side trail at mile 903 that leads down to a parking lot that has a free trolley that runs every hour that goes in and out of Mammoth Lakes. So I'm gonna camp tonight, and that'll put me at about 10 miles to get there to the parking lot in the morning. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Call it an early day. Should be 21, 22 miles or something like that. Should get there about 5 or 5:30 and chill. Other than that, I'm just gonna keep on moving, and most likely we'll see you guys when I get to camp. Good evening, everybody. So, finished about half an hour ago, and right at 6 o'clock. Did 22 miles today. Feeling really good, and glad I got to camp relatively early so I can eat and relax. Got a great setup back here. Take a look at these views I have all around. And then right across from me, and they're right down here. There's a stream, and so looking forward to relaxing. That bear canister right there, I'm gonna take it up a little bit and cook my dinner here soon away from camp. And that thing is pretty light. It's got dinner tonight and breakfast tomorrow, And yeah, looking forward to getting into Bishop tomorrow and do a quick resupply, get in, get out, and keep on enjoying the Sierras. But with that, I'm gonna let you guys go for the night, and I'm gonna get some dinner. Talk to you all tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. It's a little bit before 5 and it's just starting to get light. I've been on the trail for about an hour. It was really neat to do some pre-dawn hiking with my headlamp. And I'm a couple miles into it now already, but it's 11 miles total to get to the parking lot where the shuttle comes to bring people to Mammoth Lakes. So first one's at 9:30. And then they run every hour after that. So I haven't had breakfast, so I might stop, but we'll see. Either way, I'm well on my way to get to Mammoth Lakes and get my resupply. Had a great night in camp. It was got up about 1 o'clock and went outside, and beautiful stars. So neat out here with no ambient light. But anyway, I'm gonna get to hiking, and I will talk to you all in a little bit. And here it is. Whew, 900 miles. Man, that feels great. Hey everybody, I'm here in the town of Mammoth Lakes. Just got my resupply that's gonna take me through this last section of the Sierras. And I'm gonna close out this video, and I really look forward to showing you that final stretch of the beautiful views that I've been seeing up here. And to my family, love you guys, miss you. I'll see you soon. And to everybody else, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.